What it do, Modified family? We're back at work. It is a beautiful Sunday in the afternoon, so I'm gonna make use of all this daylight. I drove this to work today. This is one of my babies. This is a 98 Civic hatchback. Absolutely love it. See, it's partially champ white. The whole car was supposed to be champ white. I'm just painting it in sections because everything costs. But this car is gonna get everything because it's like being in a aluminum can with a Hornet stuck inside. It's just annoying. It's never gonna see a track. It's gonna be a street car, like it's always been a street car. It needs some love. But today, what are we doing? Today, we are going to the coast to pick up the Honda Fit that I'm trading for my 97 Civic hatch I've been working on. Well, last video should have been me getting the engine bay clean. The shop mechanic took over. He replaced the valve stem seals, the rings, cleaned out off the pistons. The bearings look good. There was nothing funky in the oil. The axles were leaking, so I ordered new axles. That's been a trial and a tribulation. Company said they sent them. Then they got stuck down in Riverside for like 4 days. And finally they're like, oh, the company lost them. Phenomenal. And then they sent me another set from the same company via FedEx instead of UPS. And apparently FedEx or the shipper canceled the shipment because apparently you don't have these axles. So why do you have an ad saying that you have these axles for sale if you do not? So that super sucked. That was first and foremost. So I had to order another set of axles. So when the engine was all put back together, new head gasket, new oil pan gasket, new valve cover gasket, like all that stuff was getting replaced because it was all getting opened up. So now was the time. So all that got replaced and it's now back in the car, and the mechanic has now gone home to where he lives, which is not here. Usually he just stays and then goes back, travels. So I'm going to show you where we're at today. And then when I pick up that Honda Fit, I'm going to take the new wheels that my friend had bought that he wants on this white EK, and I'm going to put 2 of those on because the axles aren't here yet. So what's the point of putting on the front wheels? Because I can't put it on the ground because nothing is attached in there. But we'll go through all that and we'll see where we left off. All right, so you know what you got to do. Just give me 5 on my black hand side and let's go. The reason that I paid the mechanic to do this is because I did not want to have to do a lot of this extra stuff. So the engine's back together. It is back in. It is not plugged in to the wiring harness. So I'm gonna have to go through and make sure everything's plugged back in. That's pretty easy. I can do that today. I need to put the exhaust back in. I know that the oil has not been put back in. The distributor's not on, so that's hopefully something we can knock out today. Power steering pump needs to be put back on. Those are all pretty easy. That just takes time. I'll have to figure out what else is not attached. This is probably the easiest one. Is putting the fuel return line back on. What else? The strut tower bar need to go back on. That's like the very last thing I'll have to do, especially in importance. And the T-bracket is partway on, so that shouldn't be hard to get back on. Everything in here is like lined up very well. Battery will have to go back on, battery tray. I'll have to attach whatever that thing's called back to the lower control arm, but that's when the axles come in because the old ones are still out. And I'll have to reattach and find the specialty bolts for that. So not super stoked on that, but that's all right. This will probably be a day or two. I have time as I'm waiting for those axles, but I'll get all the crucial stuff. Getting it plugged in will be the easiest thing. Putting the injector clips on in the right order, that one's gonna suck because I'm not sure in which order that they go. Do they go this way or this way? I don't know. Like, I think they only reach so far, so that'll be my indicator. And yeah, I could have marked them. Didn't think I was gonna have to put them back on. And then once everything's plugged back in, I hope I plugged the primary and secondary oxygen sensors into the right plugs because those look identical. So that would be phenomenal. Starter will have to go back in. Exhaust will have to go back on. Shift linkage is not on. Oh, it's gonna be a whole bunch of suck for me. All right, so this is the switcheroo. These are both my wheels. You can say they say Civic Star 98 on them because if I'm gonna advertise, I'm gonna advertise for myself. I'm gonna put these wheels that used to be on the white hatch onto my red hatch because these are actually Honda Fit wheels Now I'm gonna put on my Honda Fit I now have. These are my friend's wheels. I like these. These are integral wheels. And so these will go back to him. These are the wheels that my friend got that are gonna go on here. So there's still a lot that has to go together with this, and I'll do as much of that as I can in this video. Try not to make it too long, so I'm not gonna show a bunch of it because it's not like a put the engine back in video. It's just, this is what we're doing. But I will put them on the back. I'll put on the 2 back ones because, yeah, and I'll torque them down with his lug nuts, the ones that are on the Honda Fit. That's the ones he wants to use. So we'll have all this stuff on there, so you'll at least see how it looks. Now, I mean, it won't look bad. It's just not my style. It's a little too rice even for me, just stylistically. Okay, modified family, the sun is setting and so is my patience. I spent the first like hour when I finally got to work swapping the wheels at. Those had the white 16-inch Honda Fit wheels. Now they have these Rota Auto X 15-inch wheels. Looks good. The only thing I don't like about putting bronze on my red car is people go, oh, Iron Man. That's like my least favorite superhero. But yeah, it looks good. It drives really well. I actually kind of enjoy the feel of the 15-inch wheels over the 16. It feels more responsive. I watched a whole video where they ran like 15, 16s, and 17s on like a Honda on a track to see what different times they got. I think they got better times overall with the bigger wheels, but I feel more with smaller wheels. Honda Fit wheels. Looks pretty dope. I wish there was a Type R version of the Honda Fit. I saw someone make one, but not from Honda themselves. Yeah, looks good. 16-inch wheels look good. Definitely needs new suspension. Would like to lower it a skosh, but all good. All right, over here. I'll walk over here. I put the wheels I could that my friend bought. I do not like them still. They just look funky to me. I guess Ricer wasn't, it just looks like too playful. Like, it doesn't look aggressive to me, like in a kind of quick, fast to look, but that's what it looks like on there. Torque down to 80. Everything's torqued down. I learned that lesson before. So back over here. We did not get a whole bunch done, but things are moving along. This is more than halfway done. I was just doing some of the stuff up here on the top. I was attaching some of the hoses. The guts of this somehow have fallen out, but I should have a whole Harbor Freight package of random sizes at home. I will bring that. So I was attaching grounds, putting the coolant lines back on, or like coolant hoses. Put this back in. I know this is real hard hitting work, putting a plastic reservoir back. Put the power steering back in place. I'm waiting to put the exhaust in, even though it's like the easiest thing, but it does get in the way of putting the T-bracket on, which is mostly, and all the bolts are in. I thought that I was holding a bolt that I thought was the top bolt. It is not. I'm not sure where that bolt goes, but I will figure it out. The distributor needs to go on. I think it's in the shop. I will find that. But this is where I'm leaving. I put on the fuel return line. I put on the throttle cable. Oh, I can do this one. This one's super easy. And this would not get in the way of anything. Bam. Okay. Yeah. I'll put the hose clamp on that. And yeah, it's got to tighten the T-bracket. Then I will try to put the shift linkage on. I could put on this part. And I'm sure the dowel pin is up here. I'll try to get that back in. That is definitely not my specialty. But yeah, this is where the shop mechanic left me. I am capable. I'm just not very motivated. But yeah, I'm getting it done. I am powering through this. Thank you, Modified Family. Next time, we're going to come back to this. And we'll plug in that whole harness. We will get the clutch slave cylinder back on. Get the exhaust back on. And the exhaust needs to go back on the exhaust hanger. So I got to get that back on. And then that can all be attached. But yeah, we're coming. We're going. It's getting done. This thing will run. I'm pretty sure of his internal work being good. I was hoping he would have this at least started for me. And then I'll also buy coolant, because that's the one thing I forgot to buy. But don't quite need it. All right, Modified Family. Till I see you next time. Peace.